What if I told you that the clear gel inside an aloe vera leaf, what some call the plant's blood, could replace antibiotics in your chicken flock and cut your mortality rate by 75%? I used blood of aloe vera plant, and the results stunned me. Today, you'll discover why this gel outperforms synthetic growth promoters, the exact science behind acemannan's power on gut microflora, the precise measurements for water supplementation that Kenyan farmers swear by, and the one mistake that wastes this remedy's potential. Before we dig in, hit like right now and tell me in the comments where you're farming from. Kenya, Nigeria, Uganda, India. I want to hear from you. Subscribe for weekly organic poultry insights. Check the link below for our masterclass on poultry feeding and formulation. It's transforming farms across East Africa. Last month, I visited Samuel's farm in Kiambu, where he'd just lost 18 Rhode Island Red chickens out of 80 birds in 3 weeks. Post-mortem showed necrotic enteritis, the intestinal killer. He'd spent 4,500 shillings, about $35, on antibiotics that barely slowed the die-off. His feed conversion ratio hit 3.8, meaning nearly 4 kilograms of feed for 1 kilogram of weight gain. Across Kenya and Nigeria, small-scale farmers face this same nightmare. You're buying expensive synthetic growth promoters, yet mortality creeps up, gut health collapses, and profits vanish. The 2024 study in the American Journal of Biological Sciences confirms what I see every week. Birds on commercial antibiotics still suffer from coccidial infections, E. coli overgrowth, and immunosuppression because those drugs destroy beneficial gut bacteria alongside the pathogens. You're left with weak immune systems, drug-resistant diseases, and meat with chemical residues that buyers increasingly reject. The real cost isn't just the dead birds or the medicine. It's the chronic underperformance that bleeds your profit margins dry week after week. Samuel's story isn't unique. It's the hidden epidemic costing African poultry farmers millions annually. That's why discovering aloe vera gel felt like finding gold in plain sight. Aloe vera gel contains approximately 98.5 to 99.5% water, but that remaining half to 1.5% dry matter holds over 75 biologically active compounds that science has validated. The star molecule is acemannan, a complex polysaccharide published in Poultry Science Journal 2024 as having powerful prebiotic properties. Acemannan doesn't kill bacteria like antibiotics do. Instead, it selectively feeds Lactobacillus and Bifidobacteria, the beneficial microbes that line your chicken's intestinal walls, and crowd out Salmonella, E. coli, and Clostridium species. Research from Maya and colleagues published in Veterinary World 2024 showed that broiler chickens receiving 2% aloe vera gel extract in drinking water exhibited significantly increased antibody titers against Newcastle Disease Virus compared to control groups. Their lymphoid organs, the bursa of Fabricius, spleen, and thymus, all measured larger, indicating robust immune development. That same study documented dramatic improvements in blood chemistry. Total serum cholesterol dropped by up to 40%. Low-density lipoprotein cholesterol fell significantly, while high-density lipoprotein remained stable. Red blood cell counts, hemoglobin, and hematocrit values all improved, meaning better oxygen transport and vitality. The immunological mechanism works through dendritic cell activation and enhanced production of interleukin-10, the anti-inflammatory cytokine. This isn't folk medicine, this is veterinary immunology at work. The 2023 Hassan study in the Journal of Veterinary Behavior demonstrated that aloe vera supplementation reduced oocyst shedding in coccidiosis-infected birds and decreased Kekal lesion scores without any adverse side effects. Here's the field proof. Grace, a layer farmer I worked with in Nakuru County, added 1% aloe vera gel to her Kenbro improved kienyeji chicken's water for 6 weeks. Her mortality rate dropped from 6% to just 1.5%, while her birds maintained consistent egg production through a heat stress period when neighboring farms saw production collapse. The science explains why. Let me walk you through the exact method that works consistently across organic and conventional systems.
Hi there, my name's Peter, and I've been raising chickens for over 10 years now. Layers, broilers, even some indigenous birds. Let me be honest, before I found this book, I was struggling. Feed prices were going up, antibiotics were becoming less effective, and my flock just wasn't performing like it used to. Then I came across The Organic Chicken Farmer's Guide by Dominic Ngafo and Mugweru Isaac. I decided to buy it, and I'll tell you something. It changed everything on my farm. This guide isn't theory, it's practical. It shows you how to use local, affordable things like garlic, neem, turmeric, aloe vera, even charcoal to keep your birds healthy and productive. I started small. I tried the moringa and garlic in the water for a week. I noticed improved appetite, less coughing, and better energy. Now, I've built my own small black soldier fly setup for protein, and I'm using fermented feeds regularly. My birds are growing faster, my eggs are bigger. I'm saving money, and I haven't used antibiotics in months. The best part? The book is easy to understand. It speaks our language, not complicated science. And it's available in English, French, Spanish, Portuguese, and Indonesian, so anyone can use it. If you're serious about poultry farming and want to move forward the smart way, scan the QR code you see on your screen or click the link in the description and the pinned comment. This book worked for me. I believe it can work for you too.
Start by selecting mature aloe vera leaves, the thick outer leaves from plants at least 2 years old. You need approximately 300 grams of fresh leaves to treat 100 liters of drinking water at 1% inclusion. Slice each leaf lengthwise with a clean knife and scoop out the clear gel, avoiding the yellow latex just under the skin because that irritates intestines. Blend the gel with clean water in a ratio of 30 milliliters of gel per 1 liter of water, then dilute this concentrate to your final 1 to 2% inclusion rate. For 100 birds drinking approximately 10 liters daily, you'll add 100 to 200 milliliters of your concentrate to their drinking water each morning. Provide this as the only water source for 5 consecutive days every 2 weeks during stress periods, post-vaccination, extreme heat, disease outbreaks, or when you introduce new feed. For continuous low-level protection, use 0.5% or 50 milliliters per 10 liters throughout the growing period. The alternative method uses dried aloe powder in feed. Harvest gel, spread it thin on clean trays, sun dry for 3 to 4 days until completely brittle, then grind to fine powder. Mix this powder at 0.5 to 1% of total feed weight. For 150 kilogram bag of feed, that's 250 to 500 grams of powder. This method costs approximately 200 shillings, about $1.50 per 100 birds per week, when you grow your own aloe plants. Compare that to antibiotic growth promoters at 800 to 1,200 shillings weekly. Peter, a broiler farmer in Nyeri, switched to aloe supplementation and calculated savings of 6,400 shillings, roughly $50 per flock cycle, while his feed conversion ratio improved from 2.2 to 1.9. The step you cannot skip is consistency. Sporadic dosing produces sporadic results. Now you see why implementation determines success. The first objection I hear, Dominic, my birds already have access to green forage. Isn't that enough? No. Free-range access doesn't deliver therapeutic concentrations of acemannan to combat disease. The second concern, preparation time. Yes, extracting gel takes labor, approximately 30 minutes daily for 100 birds. But farmers like Jane in Machakos solved this by training one worker specifically for morning preparation, treating it like feed mixing rather than an extra chore. Cost skeptics point to commercial aloe products at 1,800 shillings per liter, seemingly expensive. Plant 4 to 6 aloe vera plants per 10 birds, and within 6 months, you harvest continuously at near zero cost. The fourth challenge is water system clogging. Aloe gel can block nipple drinkers if not strained properly. Use clean cloth to filter your concentrate before adding to tanks. Finally, some farmers see no immediate results and quit after 1 week. Aloe vera builds immunity and gut health gradually. The Hassan 2023 research showed peak benefits appeared after 14 to 21 days of consistent supplementation. Patience isn't passive, it's strategic. If you're dealing with acute disease outbreaks, combine aloe with veterinary treatment rather than replacing emergency intervention. This brings us full circle to the conclusion. The clear gel from aloe vera leaves delivers 2 irreplaceable benefits. It rebuilds gut microflora that antibiotics destroy, and it stimulates immune organs that stress suppresses. Start with one actionable step this week. Plant 6 aloe vera seedlings in your compound and begin harvesting in 4 months. For immediate application, source fresh leaves from neighbors or markets, extract gel following the measurements I gave you, and run your first 5-day trial at 1% in drinking water. Track mortality and feed conversion for objective proof. Share this video with a fellow poultry farmer who's struggling with gut health or mortality issues. Subscribe to this channel for weekly organic farming strategies that actually work. Check our website link for the complete masterclass on poultry feeding and formulation, where we cover aloe vera protocols in even greater detail alongside other natural supplements. The best fertilizer is the farmer's footsteps in the field, but the best medicine grows right outside your chicken house. That's your fortune cookie wisdom for today. Now go extract that aloe blood and watch your flock thrive.